What's up, guys? Bones88 here. How's my Dragon Champions family doing today? We got a lot to talk about. It's going to be kind of a different video. First off, we're going to talk about some new characters that are coming to the game. A lot of them have been teased by Lizard Breath herself. Liz, what's up? Appreciate everything you do. She has a really cool YouTube that she posts sneak peeks of characters that even testers don't know about or anyone. So if you just subscribe to her channel, you get a lot of cool sneak peeks to it. And we're going to jump over there because she has a brand spanking new character that looks awesome. And also a few concept art of some other ones that are coming soon. One thing I want to say is I have no details about it. We don't know when they're going to be coming out or anything like that. But at least you kind of get to see what's coming to Dragon Champions. That's the first thing we're going to go with. And then we're going to jump to something kind of different. I'm going to discuss my feelings on the state of the game currently. If I think it's dying, and just lots of other topics and opinions that a lot of people have been talking about, but I haven't really addressed on an actual video. So, not going to be a negative video or anything, or a downer. It's just going to be a lot of things I want to cover in this one video. So with that being said, let's jump over to the new warrior human. And she looks really cool. So let's check her out. Alright, we're over here on YouTube, and once again, got to give her a little shout out, little plug. Lizard Breath's YouTube page is called Elizabeth Laskina, and it's public and everything else. It's open to anyone who wants to watch it. She has very little subscribers, which is surprising. So go over there on YouTube, subscribe to her page. I'm not subscribed to mine because it always signs me out for some reason, as you can see. But lots and lots of cool sneak peeks. And one of them that she just released the other day is this really cool human warrior badass looking women. So let's get straight to it, and there's no sound, but I'll kind of comment over it, what I think about it. Okay, so first of all, she looks badass. She looks like the Priya and the Red Dragon, or whatever that Pixar movie just came out is. She has an awesome sword like that, and it's like a sling, like, I don't know what you want to call it, but she can sling it out, and she just looks cool, man. I can already tell you, I'll be buying the battle pass and some Dre coins to put into her chest, because Wukong, I mean, the Play Quantum, the look of these new characters are amazing, and you guys always put something into them to make them look really, really cool, and that make me just want them now. And that sword's what's doing it. Such a cool weapon, and love the look of the character. Love it. And she looks like she's going to be doing some badass stuff. I don't know, but my money's all in on her. Cool, cool, cool. And we don't know any details about her. We don't know her name or anything like that. So, but just her animations are sweet, man. And those weapons. And props to the design team. I don't know who designs this stuff or who does the concept art, but just cool. So that was the human. I keep calling her a warrior. I think she's a warrior. I'm not sure. Yes, human warrior. Alright, so next up, if you guys saw my video or you read the patch notes, you saw that there's a new dwarf healer, I believe she is, named Rowley. She's the one on the hoverboard. In her kit, it mentions some character named Stem and them having synergy together. Once again, I'm doing this for the people who don't really get to see this stuff on Discord or on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You don't read the patch notes or anything, but in her kit there's someone named Stem that she has synergy with. Well, Lizard Breath was nice enough to show some concept art of Stem. His name is STIM, and let me pop up a picture here. Now this looks cool, guys. I mean, so cool. Obviously it's a dwarf sitting in a giant, like a mech armor suit of dwarven technology robots. Now, I play a lot of Skyrim, and a lot of dwarven lore, they build like primitive technology. Like the technology is very advanced, but it looks primitive. It's made from like primitive metals and everything, and it always looks really cool. So I gotta give props to Play Quantum for keeping things so lore friendly, not just in their own world, but kind of the basic lore in our world, how we perceive things. So they're just hitting it out of the park with the dwarves, guys. And I mean, if you look at this, it looks like a legendary character. I mean, I would go all out for someone that looks like that. But it doesn't look like he's going to be a legendary character. I think Baldor is going to be that. But yeah, just awesome. Once again, zero details. We just know he's STEM, and we haven't seen any actual footage or gameplay of him, so I'm guessing he's a little bit farther out. But because he's in a kit, he's got to be coming soon to the game. So very, very excited about that. Love the look. I can't say enough stuff about it. So that's STEM for you. So let's move on to the last one, and he is a demon. Okay, so here's a new demon character that she teased probably 3 weeks ago. Don't know much about him either. All I could tell you is he's sitting here juggling upgrade artifact runes. And then if you look over to the side, he has a rune, a circle where you put your runes on. I'm wondering if he's not so much as a playable character as he will be as some kind of character who might be like a crafter, to where maybe you can craft runes. Maybe they're bringing crafting runes into the game. I mean, I'm not against that. It would just depend how it would be, but that's kind of making me think what this is. Once again, he may be playable and he would be awesome. I don't know what any of this represents or what he would do or what role he would play is, but I love the look at him. I like his purple look. There was some other concept of him being different colors, but purple looked the best. And as you can see, it looks like he's been in some kind of fight. He's got his tail cut off. But I love demons. The demon faction's awesome. If this is a playable character, I'd welcome him with open arms. But something tells me he may not be a playable character. But still just as excited to see what he has to bring in the future. Okay, that's about all for this part of the video. The pretty cool video, the best part of the video where we get to see the upcoming heroes coming to the game, which I'm psyched for all three. Especially that human. She looks really cool, and probably going to get my money for that month too. So, totally psyched for that. But now let's get into the little bit more serious part. Not going to be negative, but I just want to go over, like, everyone's saying the game is dying. I want to put my thoughts on that and just go into it from here. So let's get into that. Alright, I'm going to get right into it. Is Dragon Champions dying? Guys, in no way is Dragon Champions dying. And I have a whole list of reasons why. No offense, but I have a little bit more insight into things than you guys do. And I think this game is so far from dying. I think that they haven't been communicating as much. And in turn, we all think, well, they were communicating a lot. They're not saying much. They're just trying to get all their money and back out. That's not the case, guys. I'm going to go over some points why. And I swear 1000% it is not dying. And it's actually only going to get better as the months go on. First of all, let me cover the whole, they're not communicating with the community as much, and so that means they're not really caring as much. They're starting to go all about the whales, and this game's going downhill. That's not the case, guys. Here's my theory on why they're not communicating with people as much. I think that they know that they need a new, bigger mode to come out to keep everybody entertained and happy. That's a big project to take on themselves right there. But then you have to constantly keep coming up with new characters to release every month, where they don't break the game, where they fit in perfectly, where the models look awesome, and all that. And that's taking a lot of time. And I've got to say, they've stepped it up and are releasing lots of characters all of a sudden. Not only do you have 2 more factions, but you're getting Wukong, you're getting like that warrior I just showed you. Whenever she comes out, you're getting her. So not only are you getting half pigs and dwarves all at you at once, but they're throwing in other people too. And that takes a lot of work just in itself. And I can almost guarantee you, I don't know what, but I have asked them vaguely, I didn't ask them any details, if they're working on something big to look forward to in the future, and they said yes. I can't talk more about it. They may not even want me to tell you that either. But I don't think it's the raid, the Goblin raid. My question is have they canceled that, or have they just put it to the side so that they can work on this big mode to keep everyone happy and then finish Goblin Raid and put that out whenever we start getting stale on the big mode they're working on now. That's my theory. I think Goblin Raid is going to come out and it's probably nearly finished, but I think they're going to put that on the back burner, hold it, perfect it, and then drop it on us when we completely unexpect it. And they're probably going to bring us a bigger mode first. That's my theory. But those two things, I think that they're just so busy right now that they don't have time to communicate with everyone. Or before, when they could, they would respond to every single person, no matter how small or up or whatever you were on the forums. They're talking and responding to you on every platform. I've seen it. I'm on every platform. I see it on Reddit, YouTube, Facebook. Lizard Breath's responding to everyone. That's hard, guys. Do we deserve that and stuff? Yes, but that is so hard to do. And I think they're just cutting back from that a little bit because they're working on probably a lot of stuff they can't talk about. And so they're just kind of answering the important questions to bugs and everything. And I know they're not perfect. They haven't fixed all the bugs, but something tells me that they're super, super, super busy on something that's going to make us happy down the road. But I also want to add to that they are listening to us all the time. If they're not replying back to you, that doesn't mean that they're not reading your messages or watching your videos or anything like that. They're reading it all. They're listening, and you're starting to see more hero collectors doing this actually, because there for a while they didn't give a shit. I'm not talking about Dragon Champions, but other hero collectors at that. But they're starting to watch people, big time YouTube creators, comments and everything else, and later on you start to see the changes that everyone's been asking for. So that they're listening to you. But one thing that they had a kind of a problem was trying to appease everyone, and then it would, they might have made 10 people happy but pissed off 100. So I think that they're trying to learn the medium of what to listen to and what not to listen to. So that they are listening to you. And another thing is they're always trying to perfect their algorithms. Has it worked out for them very well? Not at all. But I'm telling you, Galaxy of Heroes, Marvel Strike Force, they just throw an algorithm out there and they're like, well, you don't like it? Sorry. They don't try to work on it. They don't bring updates constantly to it. And this game is. Here in a year, all these algorithms we're pissed off about with tourney mode and battlegrounds, it's going to be perfect, where you're so happy about it. So happy, and you'll never get a complaint about that again. But it takes a lot as a small development team to address all that at once. And like I just said, I think they're working on some huge things. Some huge things right now. So some of those little things are going to have to wait, but they're doing that. Every month, they're releasing 2 to 3 updates with quality of life improvements, and that says a lot. I've said this before. Galaxy of Heroes, you won't get a update for 4 months. Any guy, not to fix a bug or anything. These guys are updating constantly. They wouldn't keep updating if they did not give a crap about this game. And once again, this game is not dying. It's not dying, guys. We just have to be patient. These guys are still new, and once they get something out, hopefully like a guild PvP, that's going to hold us over long enough. And then whenever we're tired of that, they'll probably drop that Goblin Raid. That'll keep us going for a little bit. And then that will give them several months to start working on their next big mode that they will drop on us and keep us going. That's how these games work. That's how they've always worked. And I only see this game improving. And a lot of people leave, but at the same time, I have met so many people who dedicated to this game that tell me how much they love this game like I do, and I feel the same, and that will never leave. So I don't think this game's ever going to die. It's going to have some people come in and play for a few months, not like it, and quit. That happens with all kinds of games. But there's always some of those people who are dedicated, die-hard fans that will never leave, that will always keep this going. And that takes me to the pay part. I despise having to pay microtransactions. But I've come accustomed to that. That's how these games are nowadays. It's just how it's going to be. I can fight the system and try not to do it, but it's just not going to work. But one thing I will refuse to do is, like Galaxy of Heroes or Marvel Strike Force, give you $100 for like a $5 value. Why people do that, I don't know. But in this game, Dragon Champions, I give you $20 and I get about $300 worth of content. And do I agree with every single packet, every single pack they try to sell? No. But they have some packs where it is so free to play friendly, even though you're paying, you still feel free to play because you hardly gave them anything. So these guys make it feel worth your time. They care. If they didn't care, they wouldn't they would make these packs outrageous. So it's only for the rich people. But in my mind, I would rather have, I'm trying to figure out how to say it. Let's say you have a $2 pack, or let's just say it's a $1 pack. And everyone can afford that $1 pack and it has a decent, it's worth it. Okay, let's say 500,000 people buy that $1 pack. Right then and there, you have $500,000. Instead, Galaxy of Heroes charges you $100 for something that's worth about $5. Well, you're going to get about maybe a couple hundred people to buy that. And I think that's a stupid idea. You should have packs for all kinds of levels of players. People who only want to spend 10, 15 bucks a month, there should be packs that are worth it to them. But those other games don't do it. These guys are doing it, and it's the smart way to do it. And I commend them for that. It makes me feel good to put my money into this because it's actually my passion. I love this game. I make content for it, and I am able to put 20 bucks and keep up with everyone else and feel like I progressed and it was worth it, but I didn't pay too much. Like I'm just a whale. They make me feel great when I spend my money. And I feel so satisfied when I spend my money with this. So that alone is going to keep this game floating. It's going to keep it going. They're probably doing better than they ever have. This game's not dying, guys. It's just not going to die. I know a lot of you are frustrated, but a lot of people aren't. A lot of people still love this game, always going to be here. And until they do something like a travesty, then maybe I would leave, but I don't see that happening. They know what not to do, and when they don't know what not to do, they learn their lesson and they take it back every time. They are not afraid to admit their mistakes and fix it. And that's what these other companies need to do with other mobile games, but these huge corporations will not admit defeat. They will not show one weakness to you, and they'll just keep taking your money. They'll pretty much say, well, sorry. That's your fault for paying for it. You know what you're getting. So, guys, play Quantum, cut Dragon Champion some slack. I do this every time in one of these videos, but what do I say the most? Stay patient and have fun with the game. If you're not having fun, quit doing it. But at the same time, you don't have to quit or be mad or go off on the game. Just maybe quit playing for a couple days. You can log right back in and just do some dailies or whatever and just log out. Whenever you start taking a game too seriously, like I have Galaxy of Heroes several times, it affects me negatively. And it's not fun. It even kind of converts into your real life if you start taking these games too seriously. It's all about patience, my friends. And one other thing to keeping the game alive, you still have 2 new legendary events coming. The half pig one and the dwarf one. Like, you still have that to look forward to. And I have had fun farming and gearing up my pigs and dwarves. Like, looky here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have them near 7-star, but I've got them, like, pretty quickly. I've gotten a lot of them to gear 11. I got to unlock Ambulance. I just got him a minute ago, and these 2 are close to gear 11 too, so they're not too much farther away. I got a long ways to go in the shards, but at least I've gotten that out of the way and everything else. So I've had pretty much fun. I've had a lot of fun farming these guys. I mean, once it's all said and done, that legendary events will probably be coming around, and I'll be able to do that. Now, Shaking Gaming said this in his farewell video, which RIP, man, I'm sad to see you go. But you can keep having all these characters come in. You could have 1,000 characters, but if there's no content to use these new characters in, then what's the point? There's 0 point. So it is imperative that Play Quantum keep bringing in these big modes that I'm talking about, that hopefully they're working on and trying to get out a little quickly. I don't know time frame on that. I don't know how long it takes, but like a guild PvP, they could usually literally take the graphics from battlegrounds and just throw a bunch of more nodes on there, some more territories, and then just made it guild versus guild. I don't know how hard that is, but it's imperative they give us more modes to play with our new characters. And that's kind of going into the last part of what I want to talk about in this video. What is it that we need in this game going into the future to keep it successful, to keep it going, and to keep it fun? Well, I've already talked about it. I said this to Lizard Breath a long time ago, and I said, if you want Battlegrounds to be fun, you're going to have to come out with a crap load of characters monthly, for a long time, so that we can change up strategies and it become fun. Right now it's stale because it's the same teams, same characters, never surprise. You know where everything's set after you look at someone's defense, and there's no surprise. There's no fun in that because you're playing the same team over and over again. So I told him, you're going to have to start coming out with a lot of characters pretty quickly, and they are doing exactly that. And it just started, a couple months ago when they introduced these factions. I thought it was just going to be pigs and dwarves for 3 to 4 months. I thought that's all it was going to be, but no, we're getting Wukong, we're getting Uncle Ho, we're getting that new human coming soon. So it seems like a lot right now, but it's so necessary in the end because this game has unlimited potential for races and everything else. So, but that's important to keep doing that. But in turn, because you have so many characters, you've got to consistently release modes. Whatever big mode they're working on, release it. Finish up Goblin Raid, release that 4, 5, 6 months later, and then that while you're polishing up Goblin Raid, you should already be starting on your next big mode. And then 6 months later, that should be about ready to go. Drop it, and in between all that, keep pumping out those characters. And in this game, you can come up with an infinite amount of characters. Me and Chromio on my streams, the Living Dead. You could have a Living Dead faction. The Ghost is your healer. The Mummy's your tank. The Vampire's your attacker. It just goes on and on. Your Skeleton could be an attacker. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it goes on and on. I myself could give you 1,000 ideas. So it's not hard. And you can literally pump out character after character after character with ease, for the most part, coming idea-wise. You're not constricted to Star Wars, where you can only put out Star Wars characters that's been created. You don't have to do that. You can constantly create your own. And you guys are doing Play Quantum. You're doing a great job at that. And I'm so proud of you guys. And I love to see where this game's going. And it is nowhere near dying. And it has more life than it ever has. It's just a little stale. I know, guys, it's stale. But give them a little bit of time, and when they release some kind of new mode, we're going to be back in it. Well, this video went on a little bit longer than I anticipated, but hopefully you guys took some things out of this. If you guys agree, if you disagree, just please let me know down below. I'm always open for conversation. I don't think anyone's opinion is worse than the other. I just love hearing your guys' thoughts on things and having conversations about them. Also, a good thing is to join the Discord, and I can talk to you better on there because I can see notifications better. But I love you guys. I hope you guys are having fun with the game still. I know I am. I love it more than ever. And just be patient, guys. We'll be okay. It'll get through there. And you got to get through the rain to get to the rainbow. You know what I mean? To the pot of gold. By the way, happy Shamrock Day. A couple days late Shamrock Day. But anyways, with that being said, I love you guys. I'm out of here, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you next time. Peace.